Hi, this is Jess, and today I'm going to share to you some significant information, helpful information on how to perform a DIY financial planning. Do it yourself financial planning. There are a lot of ways, maraming steps. I'm going to share to you one of the ways that involves very easy approach, and so that by the time you're done, you'll have a bigger picture on what to do and how to assess your own financial needs. I'm going to talk about 3 major financial needs. Now, if you're going to imagine and draw a line, and the first point in the line is your, the age, starting at 20s, and that's the age, that's the time most people start to work for money, start to make money either through a job or through a business. So that's the early stage of making money. And you go on and you reach 40s, and then you go on and you reach 60s. So let us say that's the average number of years when people work to make money, when people are productive enough to make money. 40 years, okay? Now, during those years, productive years, financially productive years, you start to make money, of course, and part of that money you set aside for future goals, future savings, future projects. Now, the minute you retire at 60, the Lord gives you more years to live. Let's say another 20 years. So from 60s, you go on living until 80s and onwards. The question is this: where are you going to get the funds to sustain your living years, needs, and wants during those times, from 60s to 80s? Okay? Your pension may not be enough. So you need to have a giant fund during the time to secure your lifestyle, to continue living, to continue providing your basic needs and wants. That's where you need your retirement. That's where you need a big chunk of money. And where does that come from? It came from during the years that you were working. You set aside money from 20s up to 40s to 60s. That amount of money, had you invested it in the right investment vehicle, it can become a giant fund during retirement years. And that will address the need or the scenario of living too long. So the key word, the key statement, living too long. In case you live too long, you need a lot of money. You need investments. You need the result of that investment, which is retirement or a big chunk of money or cash, that will help you sustain those years. Okay? Live too long. That's the first scenario you address. The second scenario you address is this: what if hindi mangyayari yung live too long? What if yung mangyayari, live too short, the opposite? So mean to say, imagine, worst comes to worst. Just imagine, between age 40s to age 60s, something happened to the breadwinner. Imagine a family picture. You, your spouse, your kids. And all of a sudden, nabura ka sa picture. Do you think they will continue to smile? Maybe, probably, but in most cases, no. But at least, you cannot be replaced, but at least you can replace the income, the things that you provide through the big amount of money that is being passed on to them. We need a big amount of money to be left to the family. And that's what you call insurance. Insurance is just instant money, a big chunk of money that you leave to your family behind, so that whenever, things happen, things go wrong, you cannot be with them anymore, they can still continue living as if you're there, because they can still continue to survive, provide for the basic needs and wants, even until their education needs. No? So that's life insurance. That's the situation we address is live too short. So for live too long, you need investment, so that the result of that investment is a big amount of cash later on. Now, live too short, you need life insurance, so that as a result, there's a big cash, big chunk of money left. Okay? So, pangalawa na yan. Pangatlo, what if in between live too long and between live too short, we get sick in between? Because most illness and diseases come out during or towards the older years. So what if yun yung mangyayari? You might not need investment for it. You might not need life insurance for it, because you're still living. But you need healthcare. Now, there are 2 types of healthcare: the short-term healthcare and the long-term healthcare. The short-term healthcare is when we get sick during younger years. Long-term healthcare takes care of our medical expenses in case we need funds for the older years. Now, the good thing about it is there are a lot of organizations out there provide short-term healthcare, and that's good. Especially if you're working for a private company, you have short-term healthcare, that's good. But what about the long-term healthcare? Do you have enough funds to provide for medical expenses over the long run? Kasi pag walang long-term healthcare, guess what? Yung retirement money yung gagamitin mo. And mauubos yan eh. Wala ka ng retirement money, you will have to sell property, you have to borrow money, and your children will take care of you and they will be a burden to your family. So if you recall history, relatives, friends who sacrifice and sell properties, sell assets because they forgot to have long-term care. Okay? So, very important yun yung long-term care. Okay? So, to wrap up everything, you have 3 major financial needs. In case you live too long, you need investments. You need a big amount of cash during older years. In case you live too short, you need life insurance. You need a big amount of cash instantly in case something happened to us, in case of death. And you need health care during the years that we get sick, during the younger years, and during the older years. In most cases, most illnesses come out during older years. Ano yung mga option? In the next video, I'm going to share to you ano yung option for investments, ano yung option for life insurances, ano yung option for healthcare. Alright?